Alex Hormozi begins by addressing a fundamental misconception many aspiring entrepreneurs and investors hold: the sequence of making money. He explains that a common error is believing that wealth primarily comes from investing, when in reality, investing should be the last step after building a strong foundation of active income. Many people are enamored by stories of early Bitcoin investors or crypto millionaires, but they overlook the fact that these individuals had substantial cash flow from active income sources before making speculative bets. Hormozi emphasizes that active income, earning money through work or business, is scalable and essential. The cash flow generated from active income is what enables individuals to take calculated investment risks. Without a steady and substantial income, speculative investments are akin to gambling with life savings. This reframing challenges the popular narrative of get rich quick through passive income or investments, and instead advocates for building a reliable income stream first. One of the biggest psychological blocks Hormozi identifies is the reluctance to work for free, which he attributes to entitlement. Many people feel they deserve immediate compensation without putting in the necessary groundwork. However, Hormozi reframes this phase as a learning period, learning and then earning. He advises offering free services initially to gain experience, build testimonials, and refine the delivery of your product or service. He suggests a practical approach: commit to giving 10 people 10 hours of your time for free, ideally working one-on-one to gather real-time feedback. This method not only accelerates skill acquisition, but also builds social proof and confidence. By front-loading the effort and embracing the learning curve, entrepreneurs can overcome insecurity and better prepare themselves for paid engagements. This phase is crucial to paying down the ignorance tax and setting a foundation for sustainable business growth. Hormozi challenges the widely held belief that everyone should follow their passion to build a successful business. He argues that this advice works well only for a small minority, perhaps the top 1 to 10%, while for most people it is impractical and potentially harmful. Passions can change over time, and sometimes what one loves may not be monetizable or valued by the market. Instead, Hormozi advocates for starting with what he calls the 3 Ps: passion, profession, and pain. Many successful businesses emerge from professions, skills or jobs people already have, or from solving a pain point rather than pure passion. He stresses the importance of using what you already know and building on that foundation. This pragmatic approach allows people to generate income while still nurturing their passions in their personal time, rather than forcing passion to be the sole driver of their livelihood. Hormozi outlines a psychological and experiential framework that many entrepreneurs go through, which he calls the 5 stages: uninformed optimism, informed pessimism, the valley of despair, informed optimism, and achievement. Initially, people are excited but lack knowledge, leading to uninformed optimism. As reality sets in, they face setbacks and losses, entering informed pessimism and then despair. The critical juncture is the valley of despair, where many quit or jump to new ventures, repeating the cycle. To break through, entrepreneurs must reach informed optimism, where they understand the rules and variables of their business. Persistence through this painful phase is essential because it forces learning and skill development. Hormozi stresses that staying in the discomfort zone is the catalyst for growth and eventual success, warning against the temptation to chase the next shiny object. Hormozi simplifies business into 3 core elements: promotion, conversion, and delivery. Promotion involves letting people know about your product or service. Conversion is the process of turning interested prospects into paying customers, and delivery is fulfilling the promise made to customers. He emphasizes that many entrepreneurs get lost in abstract ideas or manifesting success, but the reality is that business success depends on observable, actionable steps within these 3 areas. He further breaks down promotion into 4 fundamental methods: warm outreach, cold outreach, paid advertising, and content posting. Mastering these basics is crucial before scaling with partners, affiliates, or agencies. Conversion, according to Hormozi, is a conversation that clarifies the prospect's problem, labels it, reviews past attempts, sells the vacation, the desired outcome, and addresses objections. Delivery ensures customer satisfaction and reinforces the purchase decision, which is vital for long-term retention. A recurring theme in Hormozi's advice is the importance of volume and consistency. He introduces the rule of 100, which means making 100 outreach attempts, posting 100 pieces of content, or spending $100 daily on ads. The idea is that success in business is a numbers game, and increasing volume reduces volatility and increases the likelihood of sales. Hormozi shares a personal anecdote about how influencers and successful marketers produce far more content than most people realize, sometimes dozens of posts per day across platforms. The key to improvement is analyzing the top-performing content, replicating its elements, and iterating rapidly. This relentless output and refinement process accelerates learning and business growth, contrasting sharply with the common approach of sporadic, low-volume efforts. Fear, particularly fear of failure and judgment, is identified as the number one emotion that leads to failure. Hormozi explains that most people are not afraid of failing per se, but are terrified of being judged for failing. He encourages redefining success as the act of trying rather than achieving a specific outcome. Naming the source of fear, whether it's a particular person's judgment or an internal voice, helps diminish its power. He also discusses imposter syndrome, noting that it often stems from misrepresenting oneself. Hormozi advises entrepreneurs to state facts and tell the truth about their capabilities and limitations. Transparency builds credibility and reduces anxiety. He highlights that even admitting weaknesses or past failures can be a powerful persuasion tool, as it humanizes the seller and builds trust. Feedback is framed as essential fuel for learning and improvement. Hormozi stresses that feedback must be timely and specific to be effective. Vague or delayed criticism is unhelpful and discouraging, whereas immediate, actionable feedback enables rapid behavioral adjustments. He shares a story about a high-performing but abrasive employee who improved dramatically once given clear, behavior-focused feedback. Hormozi also distinguishes between criticism and insults, encouraging entrepreneurs to seek constructive criticism from those who have achieved their goals, rather than from detractors or close acquaintances who may not have relevant insights. Embracing feedback as a tool rather than a threat is key to accelerating progress and avoiding the trap of repeating ineffective behaviors. Commitment is described as the elimination of alternatives. Hormozi uses marriage as the ultimate example of commitment, where all other options are removed. He suggests that entrepreneurs must similarly marry their business or project by removing distractions and alternative pursuits. This level of commitment increases the likelihood of success by focusing energy and attention. He also discusses the practical aspect of balancing a 9-to-5 job with entrepreneurial ambitions, recommending that people use their 5 to 9 hours, early mornings and evenings, to build their side hustle. Maintaining a job while growing a business reduces risk and provides stability until the business income surpasses the full-time salary, at which point a transition can be made. Hormozi introduces the value equation as a framework for creating offers so compelling that people feel foolish saying no. The equation consists of 4 components: the dream outcome, perceived likelihood of achievement, time delay, and effort and sacrifice required. The ideal offer maximizes the dream outcome and likelihood of success, minimizes time to results, and reduces effort and sacrifice. He explains that no offer is perfect, but entrepreneurs should strive to improve along these dimensions. The book Offers delves deeply into how to structure offers with guarantees, scarcity, urgency, and bonuses to increase perceived value. This approach helps entrepreneurs attract more customers, increase average spend, accelerate cash flow, and encourage repeat purchases, forming the foundation of a strong money model. Building on offers and promotion, Hormozi discusses money models, the economic units that drive business profitability and scalability. A superior money model ensures that the cash collected from one customer in the first 30 days can cover the cost of servicing 2 more customers, enabling exponential growth. He outlines 4 objectives of money models: attracting more customers, increasing customer spend, accelerating payment timing, and encouraging repeat purchases. Mastering these elements allows businesses to generate stable cash flow, reduce reliance on perfect execution in other areas, and buy down ignorance debt. This systematic approach to money models is the core of Hormozi's latest book and represents a significant advancement in his teachings. Throughout the conversation, Hormozi emphasizes that success is less about a final destination and more about who you become in the process. He encourages focusing on daily wins and incremental improvements rather than distant milestones. This mindset shift helps entrepreneurs embrace the necessary hardships and maintain motivation. He also highlights the importance of emotional control, particularly managing fear and insecurity, as a key trait of successful people. High standards combined with grace and self-compassion create resilience.